Time for Medical Monday. Dr. John Henry at Bay Care Clinic is here. We're talking about race recovery. So many people out there have just run races or are planning for races. What do you do to recover?
Well, thanks, Cassandra. Good time to talk about it after the bell-in and on such a hot day especially.
Right.
Recovery is a really important part of training. It's often neglected compared to logging miles.
Right.
Anytime we go out for a real strenuous run, our body goes into a bit of a breakdown mode, especially in the muscle fibers and even in the joints to some extent. With adequate recovery, the body can adapt to that and get ready for the next race. Without enough time for recovery, then the body is prone to overuse injuries.
So you start to feel those effects basically from running those races and things like that. What about hydration? You know, we always talk about water during, before, but what about after?
Yeah, it's important. During the race, I'll mention it's best to follow thirst. Sometimes people follow specific guidelines and there's some risk of drinking even too much water during the race. But if you follow thirst, it's a good general guideline.
Okay.
Afterwards, there are some guidelines for competitive runners. Generally, a quart of fluid, preferably water, but sports drinks are okay, for every half hour of strenuous running is a good guideline. But a better one is just to drink enough until your urine becomes clear.
Absolutely, it's a very good guideline. Pretty much for anybody, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Is there a way to run too many races, too many marathons?
Yes, as I alluded to, if you don't give your body enough time to recover between races, it can go into this continued breakdown mode, and that's where overuse injuries like tendonitis or even more serious stress fractures can occur, and that can be a showstopper for competitive runners. So there has to be enough time and strategy to the recovery process.
In between those, okay?
Correct.
We also have some techniques that we want to show on the screen here, just for people who are, you know, recovering from those races. The set realistic goals. What do you mean by that?
Well, that has to be individualized, and my recommendations really need to be individualized to the training goals and how competitive someone is and their fitness level.
Because each person's so different.
Absolutely. Yes.
And then you have the quality over quantity. So don't run as many as you possibly can during a summer. Not a good idea.
That's right, yeah. Having some strategy as opposed to just logging miles is important. And this is where sometimes for the competitive runners, having a coach or a trainer can be very useful and strategic.
All right, individualized plans. Sounds awesome. Thanks so much for being with us, Doc. For more
You're
info
welcome.
about recovering for that next race, just visit our website and click on the Wisconsin Tonight tab.